We believe that staying human is about boundaries between us and animals, plants, machines and artificial intelligence. We believe that we humans, we are at the center of everything, like the master of the planet, every one of us with a unique identity slowly evolving on a linear path. We believe that our Cartesian and Western worldview, the way we see the world, and mindset, the way we are educated, have always prevailed. And it will remain so. We believe simply that we must stay human, whatever the cost, stepping aside everything that stands between us and our objective. But wait a minute. What happens if we let it go, accepting a full embodiment of our mind, soul, and body? What happens if we look at things from another eye? In 2014, a New York appeals court stated that a chimpanzee has no legal personhood and is not entitled to human rights. Fair enough. Well, not exactly. In 2015, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, a court stated that the orangutan Sandra is a non-human person and that the zoo should do whatever necessary to, quote, preserve her cognitive abilities, unquote. Scientists have studied for decades how animals collaborate among themselves, in particular for getting food. Let's watch this old video to see how chimpanzees do it. You know, I have to work together, you help me, you pull, I pull, and the objective is getting the food. All right, let's work together. Okay, but look what happens when one of them is not hungry. Come on, guy, come on. Don't go away, come back. I need you. So it's funny, yeah, it is funny, but there is something else. What is it? Let's now go to the jungle. Listen and watch.
Something moved in the dead baboon's fur, a day-old newborn. It took a moment for Lachadima to notice. She's always been curious. But instead of a swift bite to the neck, Lachadima stopped, then lay down with the baboon. She didn't know how to react. Hyenas would normally send her scurrying for the trees, but this time, she gently lifted the baby to safety first. Only then did she return to confront the hyena. It was an aggressive defense, protecting the baby, not defending her kill.
Yes, it's cute, it's moving, but also intriguing. Why? Let's finally go to the Cayman Islands, where Professor Hanlon has studied octopuses for years.
Really understand how to use your surroundings to hide. In the next scene, you're going to see a nice coral bottom, and you'd see that an octopus would stand out very easily there if you couldn't use your camouflage, use your skin to change color and texture. Here's some algae in the foreground, and an octopus. Isn't that amazing? Now Roger spooked him, so he took off, a cloud of ink, lands, and when he lands, the octopus says, "Look, I've been seen, best thing to do is get as big as I can get." That big brown makes his eye spot very big. So he's bluffing. Let's do it backwards. I thought he was joking when he first showed it to me. I thought it was all graphics. So here it is in reverse. Watch the skin color. Watch the skin texture. Just an amazing animal. Can change color and texture to match the surroundings. Watch him blend right into this algae. 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely amazing. Mind you that octopuses, there is not such a thing as parenthood. Why they learn everything during their life. They pass on nothing to the next generation. They have no childhood. A Silicon Valley guru even said, if they had, maybe they would be running the world. So maybe we feel uncomfortable because we have difficulty in accepting what science has demonstrated. Empathy, altruism, and intelligence are human characteristics that are the product of an evolution of millions of years. So, what is my call? Actual invitation in 4 directions. Let's first find more of humankind within humankind itself. Our planet is a marvelous atlas of geography of thought and emotions with many maps. I remember 15 years back, I was posted for my job in Bangladesh, and I went with a friend to a very remote island that had been very badly struck by the floods. We arrived there, we actually sea landed there, immediately surrounded with hundreds, maybe thousands of people. And then we walked to the village. Some of them even tell me, "You guys, you are the first one in coming and visiting us." We arrive at the village. I start talking with the chief. Other guests invite me to sit down on a chair, literally my feet underwater. And then I ask him, "What is your dearest wish for your community?" He looks at me and answers, "Peace on earth." My second call is, let's find more wisdom and inspiration in non-Western societies. Many indigenous communities all over the world don't believe there are boundaries between themselves and plants, animal, and forest. Also, the Eastern philosophy puts more emphasis on the general intention than on the objective, arguing that first, let's see what happens starting from the context, and let's follow the path which is the least detrimental to us and our communities. My third call is, let's be aware of the tipping points, like the emerging collaborative paradigm. We live in an interconnected continuum where interactions have become a major characteristic of our human condition. Some even argue that psychology is not about what happens in my brain, but what happens between my brain and yours. My first goal is, let's feel more comfortable with the unknown, with surprises, with non-linearity. Staying human is not staying along a linear path and traveling to a clearly known destination. This is not a piece of abstract art. This is a map of a cave where in 2013 the paleoanthropologist Berger discovered remains of a human extinct species. And then he was blocked. Look at the little circle on the slide. He couldn't go further, too narrow. So instead of abandoning, and against the opinion of many scientists, he decided to go on. How? He recruited on Facebook skinny scientist explorers. He called them underground astronauts. They went on and discovered hundreds of remains, which made of Berger the most important paleoanthropologist alive today. Thinking of staying human leads to think of what being human is and what it takes: courage, awareness, consciousness, and self-reflexivity. Staying human is not a state, it's a flux, it's a flow, it's a process in our blood, interconnected and rapidly changing world. Staying human is about daily experimentation, making sense of what emerges. And being human is humbly becoming more human at every moment, at the edge, impregnated with a collective spiritual intelligence. Within 3 weeks, I will retire from my professional activities, not from life. A memory is still very much vivid in myself, actually. In 1975, you know it, I was in Peru. This was, of course, my first assignment. And I was driving to a little village called Chancay, 12-hour drive from the capital, Lima. And I arrive there and I see a shepherd. He's watching his horses, turning into circles to thresh wheat. He's carving a stone. I ask him, ¿Qué estás haciendo? What are you doing? Nothing, nada. Do you want to see? ¿Quieres ver? ¿Te gusta? Sí, me gusta. Es un regalo para ti, it's a gift for you. Since then, this moment has remained for me a permanent wake-up call for staying human. And I have the stone with me. This is the back, and this is the front. Be this talk be a regalo for you.